Good evening, everybody. Peace, love, and harmony be with you all. It's Monday, and it's Lizzy on the Love Bubble Show. We are with People for People, and it's a great place to be, as always. Today I'm on my own. Grizz is busy. He has been for quite some time. He's a busy, busy bear. What can I say to you? But we never know. He might somehow appear and be able to join us. Hope he does. If not, we just keep going. Hi, all. Hi, Lisa, Angelo, Angemus, Barbara, Kenny, Crazy Fox, Karen, Mace, Neutrons, Patty, Redemption, Rob, Star, Stefan, Sting, Vanessa, Jerry, all of you. Love, love, love you. And so glad you're joining me for tonight's show. Okay, we're going to touch on all sorts of things. Hi, sweeties. Hi, Angelus. Hi, Angel. Hello, Rob. Okay, we're going to touch on a few different things. And because everything and everywhere is moving and pulling everything in different directions, energies are very strong. Hi, Karen. So yes, energies are very strong, and the love energy is very important. I'm going to tell you a little story, which is a true story. I lived in a country where there was no freedom of speech, no freedom of writing, no freedom of thought, no freedom of being. It was a beautiful country with beautiful people, but poets, writers, kind, gentle people, uh, normal people, beautiful, rich, poor, middle class, a little bit of everything. But we lived in a fascist regime, which meant no freedom whatsoever. Yes, so you could not speak of so many things. You could not think of so many things. You could not write about them. You could not sing about them. Everything that came through the radio, everything that came through the TV, every single thing was controlled. And this is a fact, and this was so. And one day, the people were tired of this. And we were tired of fighting colonialism. We were sent to Africa to fight. We didn't want to go to Africa to fight. Well, I was very young at the time, so when I say we, not me. I was very, very young, one at a time. But young enough to remember all this and to have lived it. So one day, a revolution came. And my mum used to listen to the radio, where she used to listen to this sort of kind of a soap thing that was on the radio. And instead of this soap thing that came onto the radio, we started to listen to a music never heard before. And it started with these drums. And it was like, tum, 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 tum. That was unusual straight away. And my mom was like, oh, what's going on? Where's my usual program? And this music kept coming. And a voice came on and said, this is a revolution. Please stay at home. We want to have this happening in the most peaceful way possible. So please do stay at home. And people were thinking, is this for real? Is this part of the show? You know, what is this? Because we're not used to this sort of thing, you know. And then this music came on. This music that would no way for a very long time, you know, no way would have been allowed. And this amazing music that made my hair stand up came on. And it was obviously it wasn't in English, it was in a Portuguese, so he went, Grândola Vila Morena. It's very beautiful. And he was talking about hearts and brotherhoods and stuff like that, and how we are together, how we together should stand, and things like that. And everyone was like, wow, I mean, this must be for real, because otherwise this wouldn't come true. But we were supposed to stay at home as the army was coming in. Now, at this time of the year, it was a time for flowers, where all the ladies would be selling flowers on the corners of the streets and in the gardens and in the city squares and things like that. And it was the time of the carnations. So instead of staying home, people became inspired. And they went out. And they went out not in 1, 2, 3, or 4. They went out. Most people went out with a smile in their faces and love in their hearts. And they went out. And on their way through the cities, they found these women that were selling flowers. And they bought these flowers, and they took these flowers that women were starting to give them away. And they went to meet the army. And when they faced up with the army that were coming in their army gear, with their guns and their tanks and everything, they said, "We are your mothers. We are your sisters, your brothers, your fathers. You are our children. We are all family." And they moved forward and put flowers and this all over the army and embraced them with love. This was named the Carnation Revolution of the Carnation, and it was beautiful, and it was touching, and it was one of the most beautiful, peaceful revolution known. And it was so touching that left everyone with love in their hearts. And there was no shooting, hardly any fighting. There was only love. And this is the way to change things, with love, with true feeling, with the real vibration of who we are. Let's celebrate that today. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate the feeling, the vibration of love. Let's celebrate who we are. Okay. Hope you enjoyed to listen to this beautiful story that touched my heart as I was growing up. Because it is possible for everyone to be this love. It is possible for everyone to share this love. So, one little sip. Why do I share this? Because it is important. Because amongst all the confusion, because amongst everything that's created, we need to remind ourselves the steps to take. We need to remind ourselves the love we are. We need to remind ourselves that we are that. Yeah? And that regardless of everything that gets sent our way, all the unrest, all the confusion, everything, we are powerful, beautiful beings. We are resonance, love, vibrational beings. And what happened there can happen worldwide. Because where there is a group of people in that love resonance, it touches others, and the others will touch the others. All that resonance will flow like a river, a beautiful river of love. Let's be that river. Let's be that sea. Let's become that ocean. Yes. Send out the love. Yes. Be that love. So this is important. This is important. And also important to know that every day, all around the world, there are beautiful people. There are people that in a small way do great things. In a small way, they share what they have with someone else that doesn't have. In a small way, they do big things. They share their love. They share their sandesh. They share what they have, what they don't have. They share their love vibration. And this is who we are. So, this is why I share these things. And this is why I keep talking about the love vibration. The love vibration is who you are. Anything else is what you've been told you are. And if you get prodded enough with a stick, of course you get angry. And if you get prodded enough with a stick and beaten about and put down enough, of course you're going to believe that you're less than that. But believing you're less than that does not mean you're less than that. You are. Part of the oneness. You are the love vibration, the resonance that is all, and the all is you too. So, how can I not say these things? How can I not share these things? I have to. I have to because it's important. I have to because I know we are. I know we are all this. I have felt it. I have lived in a world without free speech. I have lived in a world where everything was impossible. And yet, in our hearts, we had a beautiful garden of love. We had a beautiful heart of creativity. It still kept going. Yeah. Whilst everything was taken away from us, from the outside, and whilst everything looked as if it wasn't there, we were building our inner gardens of love and watering our flowers with love. And that is who we truly are. Amazing love beings. Given the chance, given the chance, 99.9% of us will do that. Be that love. So, saying that, some will say, well, you look around and you don't see that. Look around and you will see a lot of good people. Look around and you will see a lot of good deeds. From the rich to the poor, in all walks of life, you will see people doing good stuff. You will see that too. You won't see just war. You won't see just the dissonance that people like to talk about. Yes, it is important to be aware of that. I'm not saying it's not, but it's important to know that the good stuff exists. It's important to know that we are that resonance. It's important to touch upon this too. So, when we sing, talking about revolution, hey, 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 I'm talking about revolution. We sing it from our heart. We sing it from our soul. Because it is who we are. But it is a love revolution. It is the movement of the sea, the movement of the waves, in harmony with the cosmic dance that we are all here to do. And it is this amazing cosmic dance that we are here all doing. Grab on to that. Grab on to the beauty. Allow your heart to flow. Bring out, the colors. Bring out that love. Remember who you are. And roar. Roar like the lion. Say, yes, row, I am that love. Wow, I am that power. Yes, I am that. And I can be all the power I am. I am love. I am powerful. Regardless of whatever everything throws at me every single day. Doesn't matter how hard it is. I get up in that power of love. And I wash the mud away from me. And I wash away the pain from me. And I say, yes, I am love. And I stand in that power. Yes, I am love. And I share with all of you. Yes, you are love. And you are here sharing it with me too. Okay. Saying that, let's go on to something lighter. Let's go on to who's up for a little meditation. Anyone up for a little meditation? Or anyone wants to question or say anything to what I've been saying? Okay, no replies. Okay. Up for meditations? Okay. Today we are going to do a meditation. And I'm starting it now, so after the meditation we talk about slightly different things as well. But we do a little meditation because I need to calm down from, yes, talking about revolution. Yeah. Talking about revolution. And I love it. And I'm singing slightly out of tune, but that's me today. I'm tired. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. Let's relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out again. Now visualize you are standing in this beautiful, beautiful meadow with gently rolling hills. This beautiful, beautiful, gently rolling hills. You see all these beautiful flowers, the gentle breeze moving, all of them. A very, very gentle, warm sun touching your skin, warming it up nice and gentle. And as you are in this beautiful meadow, you see the woodland not far from you and a little gentle path towards it. And you start walking down that path towards the woodland. Getting to the woodland, you see a little fence with a little gate. And now you enter this gate. You open it and close. And breathe out. And you are still on this beautiful path. And you see beautiful, beautiful green colors, browns from the trees, greens from amazing leaves coming towards you as you walk. You see gentle old logs laying down, a gentle lazy river going past you. And you see a beautiful, absolutely majestic, amazing, huge tree standing in front of you. At this point, you ask the tree if you are allowed passage, because you want to go all the way up this amazing, beautiful tree. And you ask it for assistance to go all the way up. The way I visualize it is she allows for every little branch and trunk to put itself across like a spiral staircase all the way up. And I walk towards the top without any effort, very gently, caressing the tree, feeling the bark, smelling the tree, smelling the green leaves, going up, and I can see the distance, and up, and I can see even more distance, and then I go up so high, then I'm above the clouds, and at that point there's a very nice sturdy part of the tree where I sit down, and you find that spot and sit down too, and it's absolutely comfortable and absolutely safe. And as you breathe in and out, and in and out, and you look into the distance, you see at the far distance there's a great big eagle flying towards you. And as it comes, it sits right there next to you. You may also find someone you love next to you. Take a moment to find that. And as you find that peace in that moment, and find those who are with you, or you might find yourself alone still, just with you and the eagle, allow for the eagle to come close. It's big, very big, and you can feel its feathers, you can feel its heartbeat, and you can feel the warmth coming from it. And as it looks at you, it's inviting you to jump on its back, to go for a ride. So you can do that. Or you can just sit with it. Me personally, I'm going to jump on its back and I'm going to go for this beautiful flight with my eagle. And now she takes off. And I can feel the rush of air blowing through my hair. And it's beautiful ray of sunshine coming from afar. And as this beautiful eagle flies, I hang on to its feathers and can feel its heat and its heartbeat and my own. And together in union we fly in this beautiful flight. She does a few dives, and that's what eagles do. And I do my giggles and have fun as a child. I can see very far, and she's going higher and higher, and I'm hanging on to her and listening to her heart. Back to the tree we go. And yes, it is a beautiful flight, but we are back to the tree. Today I did the flight with the eagle, and she knows I can fly with her at any time. And I know she's there with me in my heart always. So I go down again on the tree, say goodbye to the eagle, and off she flies. And again I go in this spirally way downward, back to the ground, and hug the tree and say thank you for allowing me the chance to have this experience. And I'm back on this path again, walking towards that little fence with the gate. And as I touch the gate to open it, I look back and keep everything I've seen in my memory, open the gate, walk out, and close the gate. And I am back in those rolling fields. Yeah, very gently, beautiful, with the sun in my face. And as I am breathing in and breathing out, I'm coming back, and you are coming back to yourself. I breathe in and breathe out, and I'm wriggling my toes. Wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, and wriggle your nose. Put a smile on your face and come back to the room. A gentle breathe in and breathe out. You may have received a message from the loved ones that were with you, or from the eagle itself. You may be aware of it now, or become aware of it sometime later. Thank you for being with me on this very gentle meditation, where you go and are welcome into the gentle spirit world. Thank you for being there with me. appreciative of your love and appreciative and grateful of you being up that tree with me. Thank you very much. Welcome back into the room now, all of you who went up there with me. And for those who have not been up there with me and be chatting away of all sorts of things, that's okay too. Not everyone wants to be up there. I agree and accept that. You're welcome for all of you that were with me. But yes, it is fine. It is fine. Being with me in the meditation or being chatting in the chat room, that is cool too. Okay. I would love, absolutely love, to have some of you commenting at one point or other. Does not need to be here in chat room. You can PM me or on Skype and tell me about your experience if you would like to, because I love those sharings. It's interesting. And would love to hear from you which one of these meditations you like most. Also, for next week, I have a new meditation, and that includes a pyramid. A energy meditation in a pyramid that we are going into. I wonder if anyone would be interested in that. Do say something, because I would like to know. It's nice to have some feedback so I do know whether you'll be interested in new things like that or not. Because all my meditations are inspirational meditations that I and Spirit work together with. So, yes. Yes. Oh, wonderful, Patty. Yes, I do love the red tail too. Yeah, thank you, Patty, for that sharing. Yes. Yes, it's a wonderful thing. I love flying with the eagles in this meditation. I can feel their feathers. I can feel their heartbeat, the warmth of their body, and there's so much that comes through from Spirit. Sometimes meditation in these meditations. Spirit really comes to you. Sometimes my brother goes and meets me up this tree. It's one of his favorite spots in these meditations. And I absolutely love joining with him there. But there are quite a few different meditations like this that I like to share with you. But there are also new ones like this, new one that I would love to introduce if all of you are happy to, which is a pyramid meditation to enlighten your healing energies. So that would be interesting to know. Lisa already said she would love it, love pyramids. So, yes, that'd be brilliant. So, meditation is very important because it brings us in touch with that who we are. It calms us down. Yeah, it brings us into that safe zone. It brings us into that safe spot of ourselves. Yes, of I amness. Yeah, and it is beautiful. Um, so it's one of these things. Meditation, I do small meditations, as I said. I do bigger meditations as well. I can do meditations on request, and I'm hoping one of these days to get together when both myself and Gaz are not too busy, and hopefully do perhaps a podcast with meditations and a little bit of background music, just meditations. But, that is for one day, some time ahead. Because I think it's a good thing, and it would be something that any of you, okay, I would like to go and just do meditation, and you can just go into listen to something. Yes. Anytime, Patty, you can always get together with me and do some healing meditations with me. At the moment, I'm working on all these things because I get spirit inspired by these meditations. They're all very spirit inspired. Some of them I don't like necessarily to share on radio because they're long, and it requires a lot of silence time because you're doing the meditation and you have also silence time with a few gongs or chimes in between. But basically, between the meditation that I speak into taking us into the realm of spirit, and then there's always a time of a silence. So, which means for the show, obviously, not necessarily a good thing. Yes, and people would probably start thinking something is wrong with the radio. So come quiet. But yes, it's all cool. So anyone that needs a meditation can always contact me, or would like to speak to me privately. You're very welcome to contact me privately. And we can do some work or other towards meditation or healing, or both meditation and healing together, or spirit talk. Because sometimes I do spirit talk, and I do channeling. So, spirit talk and channeling, it's something that's very interesting. It's something that comes to me since a child, and I just take it as very natural. I love it. It's a very natural thing for me. So sometimes I can literally just Okay, you would like to hear more about channeling. Well, as I was saying, I can channel spirit. Very often I start with a meditation. Very often a meditation, but I also do singing, and it has to be on of the right vibration. So a joyful, a good vibration, singing and meditation. You clear the space. You make an intent for only good to be allowed through. With me, that intent is already very much there. So it's imprinted already. So, and once I get into that meditation, then I quiet myself down. So all of my senses become far more aware. Yeah, they become super aware. Yeah, and so I can channel spirit. I can sometimes give people messages about their loved ones. Sometimes I can perceive them in my mind's eye, how they look like or how they would have looked like at some point in their life, because spirit does not have to come to you with how they look. They can just come to you, as energy. But often they do that. And normally it's up to who wants to communicate. For example, when you are a channel, it's like you're a beacon. So you're a beacon, and a spirit knows that, and if you're open, and you're talking to a group of people, you are this beacon, and spirit will just come to you. Even of people that are not there, you have sort of spirit coming in. And if you start channeling, then what happens is you have more coming in, then spirit starts to communicate. And sometimes, until you kind of get used to it, it can be confusing, because they all are so eager to get their message across. So you can get all of them trying to talk to you at the same time, because spirit is very eager to convey a message. So you kind of have to sort of say, look here, I'm in a body. I'm in a body. I'm not in spirit like you. So I have time. I have a certain limitation at this point. So I can only cope with so much at one point. So please, allow me to listen. Please, yes, allow me to, channel, but allow me to do it in a gentle way, in my way. So I do not call anyone specifically. So I do not. Have you ever had to end a channeling? How do you protect yourself from attacks? When you do the meditation, when you do all of all of these things, you are already doing that intention of protection, of anything that comes in has to be of the right energy. Now, when you are experienced, you know, yeah, what is the right energy and what is the wrong energy. You can feel it in your heart, yeah? Your heart is like your compass, and it will tell you if that energy is right or wrong, yeah? So, I would not allow anything to enter, and I would not allow anything to be channeled, yeah? Well, they don't, when I channel, they don't actually enter, but I would not channel anything. I would not listen to anything that is not of my resonance. Yes? So, and because I'm fairly sort of strong in that, and have had through the years many experiences. Yes, in the past I have had hair-raising experience when I was less experienced. But you learn with those things, and you also learn, because you're young, you do things without realizing, and you're a lot more you expose yourself a lot more. But how do you protect yourself from attacks? Well, how do you protect yourself? By standing in the power of love. Love is the strongest resonance, yeah? And nothing, absolutely nothing, is stronger than you, yeah? Nothing can enter you, or nothing can affect you, in spirit realm, obviously, yeah? Unless if you allow it. And there are ways of allowing it, yeah? Is when you become weak, yeah? You become... Yes, in the love bubble, indeed. So if you become weak with the fear, you shrink your love bubble. So in the love bubble, you push the love bubble stronger, yeah? So the love bubble is very important, yeah? It is your toroidic field. It is what makes you strong. It is what gives you your power, yeah? It is what is you. So in that, it is a little bit like when you have what should I call it? Those things that magnets, yeah. If you have a magnet from one polarization with the other one, and you try to bring them together, they push apart, yeah. That is what will happen. If you're strong in that love bubble, the negative will try and come into your love bubble, but like the magnet, it will repel it, yeah? So it will not be able to come in. Whilst if you shrink your love bubble, it does the reverse to that. When you have the magnet and the magnet pulls towards each other, yeah? So you're shrinking away, and by shrinking your love bubble away, by shrinking your power away, what you're doing is you're allowing, yeah, for anything to come towards you. But you are always in power, yeah? Because the same way as you shrink away, either with fear or it can be a variety of things, you can always go like, no, and stand in that power of love. You can call upon yourself. You can call upon anything that makes your power go strong, yeah? Angels, whatever God, the oneness, whatever it is that brings you into that love, that strength, yourself, your children, whatever it is that makes you strong, you call upon that to make you stronger if you feel that you're collapsing, yeah? So that is the closest I can explain No, it does not drain your energy when you channel. Um, Not if you do it correctly. Yeah? It can drain your energy if you do it for a very long time. But if you do it correctly, it shouldn't. Not really, yeah? Because as the name so says, you're channeling, yeah? So you are basically just a conduit, yeah? So A is saying something, and on the other, and you're the tube between, A and B, yeah? Okay? So you're the channel from A to B. So it shouldn't really drain your energy, but it can drain you. It can. But if it does drain you, it's sporadic, and you can refill that energy. And it depends on what you're doing, yeah. Um, Myself, I have not really experienced drainage. Um, uh, I have had many a channeling where spirit gave messages, where I was sitting down, talking to someone, um, and then talking to a friend of mine, and then someone came in, just had been with someone that was supposed to be a medium, and it said to me, "Oh, just been to a medium, it was okay, and this, that, and the other," and didn't know that I could channel. And I was not trying to channel, and I did not know any names, anything whatsoever to do with this person. Um, but in the space of 5 minutes, I started telling him names of people and messages. And really, he, even though this person had been to a medium and paid the medium, and I was there giving it uh, information. If he could, because he saw how real that was, he suddenly became incredibly nervous, and he nearly kind of jumped and was attached to the roof. Because he's just kind of, wow, you are for real. It doesn't mean the other channeling person wasn't for real, but it's just sometimes uh, not everything is clear, and not everything that comes through you, comes out clear. And sometimes the person who's perceiving and listening doesn't always remember something, doesn't always click there and then. And then they go away thinking, "Oh, that wasn't good." And then, an hour or a day later, suddenly, they click, and they go, "Oh, yeah, I can actually remember that so and so." So it can sometimes work a bit like that. I hope I am answering all your questions. Okay, is there any food you eat that gives you better energy, or is it all in mind? Well, food is important. Looking after yourself is important. Uh, no, it's not all in mind. You always have to look after yourself. Your body is your temple. And it is important to look after your temple. Your body is where your soul spirit is living. So it is your temple. You have to look after it. It is very important. more question. How important is it to be in a peaceful frame of mind before you enter into channeling? And enjoying that kind of energy. Well, you should always be in a peaceful frame of mind and love in your heart. If you're not at that point, at that spot, at that moment, I would not do channeling. You do channeling, this is why it is important before you do any channeling to do a little bit of good singing, good, energy bringing things, yeah? So good singing, good meditation, bring love into your heart. You have to be really resonating at a certain energy. So you are in that love bubble. That love bubble is strong, and you are in control of you. Nothing else is, yeah? All you are doing is channeling. You are not in control. You are in control of you. Nothing is in control of you, yeah? You are the channel, but you are also the control of what is going on, yeah? And that is important. I hope I answered that. Did I answer the question, Patty? Are you ever chosen without your consent? Well, yes. As I said, we are beacons. And because we are beacons, yeah, energy beacons, channelers are, amazing energy beacons, yeah. So spirit knows you are that, yeah. So I have had times that spirit came to me, spirit I did not know, yeah, came to me, even though I knew the people that belong, the people that were alive, that spirit knew, yeah. I did not know spirit that came to me. So I was alone in my house, and spirit came to me with messages. And it can be sometimes confusing, because not necessarily straight away I know, I'm doing hoovering, I'm doing my thing, and then I start perceiving and channeling with me, because when I'm doing my things at home, sometimes I kind of do go into a meditative state, so it can happen like that. Yes, it comes to me. So are you ever chosen without your consent? And if that is the question, then yes, yeah, spirit will come to me, but it's not like I'm chosen. Spirit knows I'm here. Spirit knows that if it contacts me, I can contact a loved one. If you see, is that the question, Patty? It's not disconcerting. It's spirit is amazing, and all it's trying to do is comfort people. Spirit is trying to say, "Hey, I'm okay," or it's trying to convey messages. Sometimes it's trying to help people. Sometimes it's just trying to convey messages and to say there is more. There's more out there. Yeah. I'm just in a different state. I'm not in body, but I am. Yeah. I am energy. I am love. And sometimes it's quite amazing. I have been in a state of in a meditative state where I went to a place where spirit was, and it was my brother, my aunt was there, my grandma was there. And other people I didn't know, other people's spirit, other spirit that I didn't know. It was the most amazing place, all the colors were so beautiful. All the colors were so strong and beautiful. Yes. Yes, family that passed away contacts me quite a lot. And family of friends, and I do get quite a lot of that. It's quite interesting. I mean, channeling is very interesting. It's something that any of us can actually do. It's something that you can tune into, because we all have got this possibility, because we're all spirit soul. So all you're doing really is listening into. Well, you may have. It's just you may not have noticed. Sometimes when it comes, it doesn't come as you expect it. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, because they think, okay, I try and contact so-and-so and you never come through, because you're expecting it to come through in a certain way. And it doesn't always happen like that, basically. And sometimes it's coming to you and you miss it because you're on a slight different frequency, and because your expectations of how it's meant to happen can be slightly different. Yes, you see, but because they came to you, grandmother and ancestors came to you. Your brother may not have come to you, or may have come to you, but it perhaps didn't come in the perception that you were expecting in the same way as the others. Spirit goes through a variety of things, and sometimes some of my beloved ones come and see me, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes I want them to come, and they must be busy doing stuff. And I'm like, come on, where you been, And then out of the blue they come. But you will have to look for perhaps other things. And if you want to, we'll talk about that privately, Patty. And perhaps I can help you with that. There could be a variety of reasons, or it could be that it's just the way he comes across is not the way at the same level of resonance that you are at. And because also with spirit, there are different kinds. of resonance that sometimes they contact us. And it's nothing to do with us, but it's to do sometimes with perception and how we perceive things. And we can sometimes, even I still do, miss it. Yeah, it goes past us and we feel something, but we miss it. So we think it didn't really happen, but it did. And sometimes only later on. Yes, of course, sweetheart. Patty, you know I'm always here for you, lovely sister. Always, you know that. Okay, no worries. But yes, these are things that you practice them. Yeah, you learn with time, and it gets stronger with time. How you because it's something that is from within. It comes from within you. Yeah. When I say I see it, it's from my mind's eye. When I say I hear it, it's from my mind's eye. It's never with my ears, it's never with my eyes. It's an inner thing. It's from your spirit soul, from the spirit soul. It's spirit soul connecting to spirit soul. My grandma and mom sometimes have told me they want to give me a gift and to go to a certain store like to Pendleton store and super good price on a raven blanket. Well, yeah, sometimes it is just the way it is. On a raven blanket. No, I understood that. I just don't know what a raven blanket is. But there is actually a special place. I do have a message for you, Jerry. I will talk to you privately as well because I do have a message for you, but I will give that to you privately. And yes, Paddy, we will talk about that as well together privately because sometimes you sort of it is easier when you talk one-to-one rather than me just here talking and reading. But I hope I have been helping. I hope I have been helping a little bit. Spirit is with us at all times. It looks after us. It is there, but the same way as we have we are here in body. Yeah, they are there in spirit. They can move freely. We can move freely only when we sleep or when we are doing outer body or meditation. When we are in body and we are awake and we are going through our life day to day, a lot of the time we have too many barriers. This is why the meditation and going into your love bubble is so important. Because we create so many layers between us and spirits, or sometimes that is there, is talking to us, is giving us messages, and we just you include this is including me, and I have since a child channeled, but I still miss things. Sometimes it's there in my face, and I still miss them. Uh, and sometimes I only see it a time after, or perceive it a time after it's been so blinded, almost hitting me in the face. and I was just busy doing something or other, or working, and then only later on uh, it clicks, and I like, damn. And so then I want to go back and grab that space again. But sometimes it's already past, and they're busy doing other things. Because spirit world is actually incredibly busy. They are not just there, lingering about. They are incredibly busy. In spirit world, they are doing amazing work. And they are, like we here are learning, they're learning only at a totally different level. When I went to this place that I was saying, yes, absolutely. I was sitting and with my brother and aunt and grandma for a while, and then I also was taken by the hand by this gentleman, and he took me to what I perceived as a amazing library, which sort of the corridors just kept opening themselves up as we walked, and there was all these books. They're made of light, and you can only open and you can only read some, yeah. And when you read them, yeah, I think it's a bit like Akashic record stuff, yeah. And when you read them, you don't read them like you read a book here. You open this book, and it's like it's actually very difficult to explain, but the book and you become one, yeah. It's the information. It just pours through you. It's almost, I almost have not got words to explain, but it's not something you're reading like you open a book here and you're reading. It's a very different experience, but it's beautiful. And there were books I could read, and there were books I remember, and there are books I read and don't remember, and there were also books that were there that I were not able to open or were not even able to read. So it is very interesting, and so spirit is busy doing stuff, helping others, and also working on itself too, and also, some people just think spirit is hanging about on clouds and or in this heaven thing, doing not very much really. But no, spirit life is incredibly busy, and it's quite amazing really. Not that I know everything about it. I know only very little about it, but it is mostly very, very interesting. Yay, the Grizz is there. Hi, Grizz. Yay, I don't know if he's listening. Ah, yes. So, any more questions? And have I been answering all your questions to satisfaction, Paddy, and anyone else? Yeah, this is all very interesting stuff, and I love learning, and I love sharing, and oh, I love you too, sister. And I'm not saying I know it all, and I'm not saying that all of my perceptions and knowledge is cannot change in the future because I'm still learning. And because I'm still learning, all of what I know now will grow with my learning. So yeah, it is uh, changing at all times because of that, because we grow with our knowledge, and it is quite good. Are you doing cards, Lizzy? Well, I can do cards, but it is not something that I do necessarily do. Um, uh, are you welcome, Alamedic? But I'm still here. It's one of these things. We all learn, and we all expand from what we learn every time a bit more. And in this, we need to not be rigid. Yeah, we need to flow like water. Just because we learn up to so far doesn't mean that so far is what it is. We have to be water. Yeah, be water, my friend. That's one of the most beautiful phrases I've ever learned. Be water, my friend. And that really means just because you've learned up to that point, do not set that as a stone, yeah, and that this is what it is. Allow yourself the knowledge that from there you still can go on and learn more and expand more, and that what you knew as a fact at that point does not stop being a fact, but it just grows in knowledge and it can change. So it's just the way it is. It's it's beautiful. It's magical. It's a beautiful cosmic dance in all ways and forms. It's what I like to call it, a beautiful cosmic dance. Uh, so this has been a brilliant show. Thank you, all of you, for being with me and for being here together. It's been absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Alamedic, Angel, Angelus, Kenny, Crazy Fox, Grizz, Gas, Patty, Red, Rob, Jerry, every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for being with me tonight. It's been a beautiful show, a beautiful time sharing with all of you. Thank you for all your sharings. I am so grateful for all your sharings. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, very touching, every single one of you. Love, love, love to be with you tonight and always. And this is Lizzy with the Love Bubble on Monday. Please join me next Monday and join every single day, every single show, because we are on People for People Radio and it's a wonderful place to be. Much love to all. Night, night.